Good evening, everybody. How you doing? I hope you're well and that you've had a great week. So today we will continue, or well, we'll just focus a little bit more on the sustainability reporting. So at the end of each year, a company comes and reports to its stakeholders being the banks, the people who are in charge of their shares, like the people who own shares in that company, like other multinationals, or the public as a whole. And if it's the government, definitely it's the public. So those are the stakeholders, and they want to know how a business is doing outside of the money making, outside of the actual numbers, to say, okay, cool, this is how much profit we made. So this is like the non-financial sort of like metrics, non-financial performance indicators. You just look at these to say, okay, cool, what is the business doing to make sure that it's sustainable now and in the long run? So they report on the environment, they report on the social, and they report on the governance of an entity. In the environment, they would report on things like carbon footprints, how they are making sure that, like, for example, Checkers would make sure that, okay, guys, maybe we are now going to produce plastics that are biodegradable so that you will not see a lot of litter on the road, and that would end up causing global warming or, damage control in the environment. So we'll produce plastics that are biodegradable. Social would be like, hey, I'll leave that one for last because that's the focus of off-topic enterprises. And then we've got governance. Governance just says that, guys, we have a team that is handling the business well, that's reporting well, and making sure that everything in the business is operating in the manner that is intended by the company's law and the regulations that are in each and every country. Right? So now the social aspect of sustainability reporting is then determining or telling the public and the stakeholders how the company is dealing with its people within the organization and how the company is dealing with the public as a whole. So consumers want to know how the company is producing these great products that we're willing to pay so much for, right? And now the people inside the business, are they actually functioning well? Are they actually going to be able to function for the next 20 years? Is everything that's going on in the business going to make sure that people are sustainable? So this is what the sustainability reporting is about, the gist. And so off-topic enterprises wants to help, especially the social aspect of the businesses, right? So sustainability reporting, just as a fun fact or just to brief highlight, is it enhances like corporate communication to all the public and the stakeholders. It enhances transparency. It helps to build consumer confidence in the products of a business and or services of a business, and it gives stakeholders a broader access to relevant information in the business that is non-financial. Actually, in Europe, sustainability reporting is actually mandatory for each and every company that's registered. However, let's say allegedly, this is what I have read. But in South Africa, I know through studies that we only are required to do sustainability reporting if you are a JSE listed company. But it is a recommended practice for every business, especially medium to larger businesses, because we just want to know if the company is doing well and that it's actually sustainable in the long run and it's actually dealing well with the people of a country. So now, off-topic enterprises has seen just a couple of things, just a highlight that would have caused us to say, okay, this is the work that we could do going forward. We've seen issues like low employee morale, just a work-life balance that is not balancing, people working on weekends and not having time to themselves. We've seen a high employee turnover in businesses, so many people leaving businesses and going to the next and going to the next. And this is not, it doesn't always reflect people wanting bigger salaries. There's a deeper problem that seems to be happening in businesses where people cannot stay. They are struggling to keep their work because it's detrimental to their health. And we want to be alive, guys. We don't want to be dying because of work. We want to go to work to express how smart and intelligent we are. Yes. We've seen, yes, like employee distress. We've seen, a lot of usage of AI and, other things that are happening in businesses which enhance businesses, but is it enhancing people's lives? Is it enhancing social skills and development? So these are the things that we want to deal with. Off Topic Enterprises wants to come into a business and assess, what is going on in the business, what are people, the social aspect of the business is looking like. What is it looking like? Are we able to sustain people for a longer period? Are we able to actually incorporate AI and incorporate all the rules and regulations that are coming up, all the governance structures that are supposed to be applicable to an entity? Are we able to deal with these things properly? So we will then come into a business, we will assess if we are actually reporting what is actually happening in the businesses, and if really we come into a business and we can see that there's a lot of stress in the workplace, there's a lot of low employee morale, a high staff turnover, we will then work with the business and its stakeholders to find out what are the real problems and then find solutions that we could train people for. At the end of the day, I don't think businesses want to hire people so that they could fire them. That would be sadistic, wouldn't it? No, I think businesses hire people so that they could, have the best use for them and then produce good work in the community, good products, good services, and, produce best results. We want profits. So we will then come in to see what is it that we're reporting when it comes to the social aspect of a business, and is it coinciding with our profits or losses? And is it coinciding with what we expect businesses to do to our people as a country, as a brand, and as society? I hope that makes sense. Please contact us at info@offtopicenterprises.com and you'll see my details. We'll see our details on LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you.